Hello, today we're going to talk about this beautiful 2021 Tesla Model 3 Long Range all-wheel drive. It has an electric motor in the front and an electric motor in the back, making it all-wheel drive, also making it really quick. Having two electric motors is like having two engines. 0 to 60 is under 5 seconds. And with electric vehicles, there's no thinking. You have instant throttle response as soon as you hit the throttle. With a gas car, sometimes the engine has to rev to its power band, the transmission has to hunt for which gear to put it in. You have none of that with an EV. You just have neck snapping acceleration as soon as you hit the throttle. It's almost addictive. It's like your own personal roller coaster. And this isn't even the fastest version of the Model 3, but it's still very, very quick. And 2021 is an important year for the Model 3 because it got a lot of changes. Probably the most changes we've seen in the Model 3 at one time was in the 2021 Model 3. One of the biggest changes was the addition of a heat pump. We know heat pumps are very efficient in houses. They can help you save a lot of money on heating and cooling your house just because their efficiency. Heat pumps take advantage of the disparity of temperatures, and it's able to pull cool air or warm air from the climate to either help cool or warm your house, or in this case your car. So I see cabin heater, heat pump. So this has the amazing octo valve heat pump, amazing heat pump brought to you by Tesla. A lot of thought, a lot of engineers are drooling over this heat pump about how efficient it is, how compact it is. And the amazing thing about the heat pump is we saw a big jump in range. If you look at a 2021 Tesla Model 3, the fully charged range was about 310 miles. Here we have the original sticker for this one. Adding the heat pump, we see the range increase to 353 miles. Heat pumps make electric vehicles a lot more efficient. One of the downsides of an electric vehicle is you don't have an engine. The thing about I guess plus you could say about a gas engine, it uses the heat generated from the combustion of the engine to heat the interior. Obviously with an electric vehicle, that's not the case, so you're going to have to take energy from the battery to heat the vehicle. Heat pump, being so much more efficient, takes a lot less energy out of the battery. So with this Model 3, we have this amazing screen. The majority of the functionality here is in the screen, so it's infinitely configurable. We're getting over their updates every couple of months, and they're adding features. Blind spot camera is a recent addition. This even has another update that we need to do. They're changing the display, updating features. They're adding video games. They're adding TikTok and Twitch, Disney Plus. So they're constantly adding features to the Model 3 with these over their updates. They're improving safety features, they're improving the autopilot, they're improving the emergency automotive braking. And I haven't seen anyone at the pace of Tesla with their updates. And it's quite amazing. And often people say, oh, there's a recall on the Tesla. Well, a lot of times a recall is just getting an over their update. You don't have to bring it into the dealership. Big fan of Teslas. Obviously, we always have a great selection of Teslas. We've sold hundreds of them over the years in Infiniti Tacoma. I'm a big fan of gas cars. I own Infinitis, but I also own a Tesla myself. I have a Tesla Model 3, and I absolutely love it. That's my daily commuter. Also for 2021, we also saw a different design in the center console with this wireless charger, a little bit nicer. Then we have the wood trim extending to the doors as well, slight changes. And then we have a power operated trunk, where before it was not power operated. So there's some other slight changes for 2021, but obviously the biggest one is the addition of that awesome heat pump. Very comfortable. The Tesla Model 3 is considered a compact, but if you compare this to a similar sized gas vehicle, you'll find that the Tesla Model 3 has more interior space because it's not handcuffed by the construction of an internal combustion engine with transmissions, engines, drive shafts, gas tanks, exhaust systems. You don't have any of that stuff that kind of handcuff you the way you design the vehicle. So you have a completely flat floor, allowing for a lot of interior space. And without an engine up here, we have a frunk. So you have more space for storage. This is also a safety feature because you have a crumple zone that's 60% larger than on an internal combustion engine. Since there's no engine here, you have all this space to absorb crash energy in a frontal collision. And that's part of the reason why the Tesla Model 3 is one of the safest vehicles that you can drive. And it's not, me saying that. Look at Tesla's website, look at the NHTSA's testing of the Tesla Model 3. According to the NHTSA, the lowest probability of injury in a vehicle accident is in the Tesla Model 3, so pretty much it's the safest vehicle on the road. Also for 2021, we also saw the upgrade of projector headlights, so a little bit of a different headlight design as well. And then instead of having bright chrome accents on the 2020 Model 3s, now they switched to these black accents, so it's a little bit different, but with today's trends, people are tending to gravitate more towards the blacked out look versus the bright chrome. You know, kind of trends go back and forth, and maybe in another 5 years we'll see the trend switch back to bright chrome, but right now the blacked out chrome or the blacked out accents seems to be fairly popular. Look at all that interior space. I'm 6'2". I'm very comfortable back here, completely flat floor. You have these big windows to allow lots of natural light inside, and Tesla makes these really nice sunshades that kind of unfold and easily, you know, fit right into these panels. So if it gets too bright out, those sunshades help reduce you know, the interior cabin heat and stuff like that. But the nice thing too with the Tesla mobile app, which is second to none. So we have the mobile app for this Model 3 right here. You can see there's a software update. If it's really hot out, I can put the climate control on and I can cool down the vehicle if I want, or if it's hot outside, I mean if it's cold outside, I can heat the vehicle up. I can put the heated seats on. You can also do scheduled departures, so you can schedule when you want to leave the vehicle. So if you leave, you know, every weekday at 6 a.m., the vehicle will automatically be warmed up and it will condition the battery, so the battery is warm and it will be more efficient when you drive it. Likewise, you can also schedule charging. Utility rates are not fixed, so you know, utility rates tend to be the cheapest you know, at nighttime. So on my Tesla, I have charging set up to not start till 12 a.m. So when everyone's asleep and using the, you know, least amount of electricity, that's when my Tesla will charge, assuring me that I'll have the lowest utility rates for charging my Tesla. You have this ginormous trunk, very large, pretty much larger than a comparable gas vehicle, and then on top of that you have more storage under there. Normally you'd have a gas tank there or an exhaust system, but since this is an EV, you're not going to have that. I love the styling on the Tesla. It's kind of minimalist, but I've really grown to admire it and love it. And I'm so spoiled by the Tesla that often when I have to do errands for work, I'll either drive my own Tesla or I'll take a Tesla from work. The big reason is it's quiet, it's comfortable. I love the infotainment system. I can put my favorite radio stations on there. It's like an extension of my living space. But also you have the amazing Autopilot, which is traffic aware cruise control. And it just doesn't work on highway. Here's some footage of me using this is not full self-driving. This is just regular Autopilot. Even though it's designed for the highway, if you're, you know, diligent and you do pay attention, you can use it on back roads. So if you drive in stop and go traffic, the Autopilot really takes a big workload off of you. It's so much more pleasant, and as far as I'm concerned, it's one of the best advanced driver's assistance systems that I've experienced. Well, there you have it, one beautiful example of a 2021 Tesla Model 3. Thanks for taking the time today to watch this video, and hope to see you soon.